This is going to be a fun video. Hello viewers, I'm Simon Preston and welcome to Reggae Boyz commentary. Thank you so much for tuning in to another video on this channel. In this video, we're going to take things from a different perspective. Yes, what we're going to do is have a tier list. Yes, you remember that? I'm sure you guys remember that video in particular where we looked at different players and where they might fit in, etc. We have a different tier list today. And trust me, you're going to love it. You're absolutely going to love it. I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be fun. Just listen. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. All right, and we'll do this. All right. So what you're going to see on your screen right now is a tier list, and what we're going to do, we're going to tier list a pool of Jamaican players, 53 names to be specific, and see where they fit into this tier list in particular. Yeah. So if you look at the different tier lists, yeah, you will see that there's different titles for that tier list, and it's going to come up on your screen in a couple of moments from now. So as you can see right there, we have first class, on the plane, on standby, at the airport, and on the highway. So as it relates to those individuals that are in first class, it's clear. You're either going to start or you have a really good chance of starting. On the plane, you're part of the 23-man squad, you make the numbers. On standby, there might be a chance for you, if there's an injury in the squad. At the airport, a slim chance. Nonetheless, a player might get COVID, anything can happen. On the highway, you're trying to get on the plane, but chances are slim for you to get there. So without further ado, let's get right into the list. And let's start with Amal Knight. No, let's start with Adrian Mariappa. This is an easy one. Adrian Mariappa, simple one for me. Adrian Mariappa is on the plane. If you guys have any problems with that, you let me know, but he's on the plane. All right. Akeem Chambers. Yeah, I'm not. And if you look at the players that I've submitted here, 52 of the 53 names, well, 51 you could say, 49 of the 53 names are individuals that were part of a player pool heading into 2021. Akeem Chambers, he is on the highway. So he's trying to, but he's not going to get on the plane. A lot of things has been going on in his life. The family house burnt down. Performances have to improve locally, so he is not in the mix at this point in time. Amal Knight. For me, Amal Knight, he's at the airport. Still, for me, a player that should be part of our pool. We know we have Andre Blake, Dylan Barnes, and Dennis Taylor went to the Gold Cup. Amal Knight has found a club locally with Arnett Gardens. And I think with a few more performances, then he could force his way into the 23. But for right now, he's at the airport. And if there's any interest to any goalkeepers, he'll be ready to take a ticket if it's available to him. Andre Blake. Andre Blake is in first class. Yeah? Good. He is in first class. Dennis Taylor. Dennis Taylor, I have him on standby. As I say, apart from the game against Bermuda last year, we haven't seen a whole great deal of him. And the goalkeeping position, we know we're going to need depth. But for me, he's definitely part on the standby list, waiting to see if there's a ticket available. While Dylan Barnes looks to be on the plane, Warren Barrett has spoke highly about him. So that's why he would be on the plane. For me, Akeem Chambers, not Akeem Chambers, but Jadine White is all standby. We know he didn't cover himself in glory against the Americans, but for me, still a goalkeeper with potential and still one that can force his way into the mix. It's a possibility. Shaven Sean Paul on the highway, 2 caps for Jamaica, but that's about it really. Kimar Foster, another goalkeeper on the highway too for me. Let's look at Omar Wholeness. Omar Wholeness, for me, I would say at the airport. If something pops up, he'll be ready, but nothing really to say. He's at Bath City. But I think he would have to do something special to gain access to be on standby. But he's just at the airport and be like, okay, is there a ticket available for me? It's not like a guarantee that he's even on standby, you know? So that's what the situation is right now as we speak. I would say the same for Luca Levy as well. He's at the airport, sitting down, waiting. So that's what I have for Luca Levy here. Let's go to Elvis Powell. And for me, Elvis Powell is on the plane. I don't think there's any question marks about that, really. Elvis Powell has cemented himself over almost a decade from now. And for me, Elvis Powell is on the plane. So no question marks there. Unless Max Aarons comes in, Elvis Powell is our first choice. Only Wes Harding and Max Aarons could challenge. Speaking about Wes Harding, let's bring him into the mix, shall we? Wes Harding. So for me, for Wes Harding, I have him on standby. That's where I have him as it stands. Anything happens, he's on the plane. Another one who's definitely on the plane is Michail Antonio. You guys know who Michail Antonio is, right? Yeah, we've been talking about him for so long. But yeah, he's on the plane. Anthony Grant. He's at the airport. Andre Gray is on the plane. Amari Bell is also on the plane. Deva Orgil is at the airport. Dwayne Miller. Now, this guy could go one of two places, really. If he's fit, then he's definitely here. If his knees still bother him, then he's here, or even here. But let's be positive and put him on the plane. Greg Lee. Sorry, Greg, but you're on the highway, my friend. Amari Bell has taken up that position. Jabari Hilton. Sorry, my friend, but you're on the highway. Dwayne Busy Atkinson, the man who I say could be one of the greatest Jamaican football players of the 21st century. As it stands, he's on the highway, but it could escalate. So I have him at the airport. Dexter Daps is definitely first class. Yeah. Damien Lowe is, well, head of state is definitely first class. Daniel Gordon, sorry, my friend, but you are on the highway. Daniel Johnson is definitely first class. Curtis Tilt, standby. Ethan Pinnock has to be on the plane, doesn't he? Has to. Javane Brown, standby. Jordan Cousins, standby. Kemal Malcolm, also standby. Taxis in first class, no questions asked. And speaking about first class, how can we talk about a first class list without Rav Iniesta? Ravel Morrison is also in first class. Yes, he is. Leon Bailey, he's on the plane for me. In national colours, we haven't yet seen him come to life. And that is what I'm hoping that he can do so. So he's definitely in a 23, though. Liam Moore, first class, definite starter for me. Norman Campbell, he is at the airport. Kemar Roof, on the plane, all being well. Siobhan Messi Marsh, unfortunately, he's on the highway. Javan East, injuries concern at the airport. O'Neill Fisher, on standby. Mario Williams. Just since that Gold Cup in 2017, we haven't seen him. So right now, he's on the highway. Devon Speedy Williams is on the plane. Kevin Lambert is on standby. Akeem Paris is at the airport. And so is Lamar Walker is on standby. And so is Tyreek McGee. Jamal Lowe. I'm putting you, my friend, on the plane. Another person on the plane is Corey Burke, Junior Flemings, Kevin Stewart, Shamar Nicholson, Blair Turgot. And I know you guys are not going to like this, but Michael Hector is not on the highway. He's not at the airport. He's not on standby. Michael Hector is on the plane in first class. On the plane. So Reggae Boyz fans, let me know your thoughts in the comments below about this list. Do you agree with the names that I've put in first class, on the plane, on standby, at the airport, on the highway? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you process all of this? How do you think it will pan out? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to Reggae Boyz Commentary. Take care, lads.